Paul's worried you didn't get it the first time, so he's going to say it again. So in my opinion, Paul has been killing it. This has been an incredible chapter so far of learning a lot of the building blocks that Paul feels like we need to have in place in order to be in unity as a family. Let's go back through and review some of the blocks, the things that we need to work on in our own characters to make sure that we're helpful to the body of Christ. Okay, so he starts off with calling us to be sacrificial. In verse 2, he asks us to be holy. He asks us to be humble, to be dependent, to love sincerely, to be devoted to one another, to make sure that we keep our zeal and our spiritual fervor, to be hospitable to one another, even in the time of coronavirus, to be patient, to be empathetic, to not be conceited, and those things, I'm probably surrounded on the screen right now. I don't know if I can move at all, but those things have brought us all the way to verse 17. Okay, which we'll read together right now. So in verse 17 it says, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone." So the second part is crazy. This idea of like doing what's right in the eyes of everyone. I can't even bite that off. Okay, y'all are smarter than me. Like I can't explain how to do that and what Paul means there. So I'm very interested if anybody has some thoughts on that. But the first part is the easy part, and I'm taking it easy. So let's go after that. Okay, he says, "Do not repay anyone evil for evil." And the first thing that jumps into my mind is what we talked about in verse 14, right? It says, "Bless those who persecute you. Bless and do not curse." Okay? So obviously evil is persecution, right? And Paul is basically kind of restating the point in a sense. He's like, look, if somebody treats you inappropriately, if somebody is rude or evil, like straight up evil, like actually like a terrible person or does something vicious to you, you don't respond in kind. You respond not with evil, but at least in verse 14, with blessings. Okay? And, like as in verse 17, as it goes on, it says, "Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone." Like the first thing that jumps to my mind is that, that person that treated me evil, that's everyone. So how I respond even to that person, it's important that they, maybe not in the moment, but when they reflect back on the interaction, realize that what I did to them was in no way evil, but that it was instead right.